Instagram is going live in 3, 2, 1. You are now live. What is up, Watch fam? I am Christian from Theo and Harris. Happy Tuesday morning. We are going to do a quick live feed. My dad just joined. He's in the airport. We're being recorded right now on YouTube, so this will be published next Saturday. Vintage lawn jeans. I was just thinking about you the other day. Someone asked me for a Tudor Ranger, a vintage Tudor Ranger, and I remember when I passed on yours, and that was a huge mistake. But it is what it is, you know. For those of you guys who don't know, Tudor produces a Ranger now, and it's a cool watch. I don't know the specs on it, but it is a cool looking watch, and a lot of people are happy with the versatility of it, and it shares the construction of the Black Bay. So, you know, as far as durability, it's not really a question, just a different kind of, you know, aesthetic. But the Ranger has great history in you know, Rolex/Tudor. Really good stuff. They are very collectible now. You know, there aren't too many vintage Tudors, to my understanding, that are, you know, not just collected, but like hyper collected, and the Ranger is one of them, of course, with the classic Submariners and things like that. But the Ranger is probably the most collected or collectible kind of dressy models, even though it's not a dress model, but it still comes in that 34mm oyster case. So that is a hard case size to make collectible. So many people avoid the 34mm, you know, so many people do. I mean, even Rolexes have trouble becoming collectible in the 34mm range. You need to have a truly special dial or something like that to make it, you know, really desirable. I happen to love 34mm oyster cases, but most people don't. Okay, so let's get into a couple of conversations. One, I want to do a little PSA. Hodinkee did it. A lot of other people did it all over Instagram. There was a 1518 Patek Philippe perpetual calendar chronograph that was stolen from the Davidoff brothers in Geneva. I'll read off the case number 668376, and the movement number was 868015. Not that means anything to you guys. This is really for the minority of people out there who have contact with these kind of watches. The watch was stolen. Very sad. I don't know the story. I'm not sure how it happened. You know, maybe I've watched too many Ocean's 11 movies, but, you know, I just feel like when something of that magnitude gets stolen, it's sold immediately, you know, into a private collection. You know, once again, I say this with no basis. I do not know this happened. I'm just guessing that George Clooney already sold it. So that sucks. I wish the Davidoff brothers the best of luck in finding this watch. They're truly collectible. There's only 260 yellow gold examples out there, so that is not a common watch at all. Jesus Christ. I was lucky enough to hold a pink gold 1518 with an original bracelet at the Phillips auction about 2 years ago. That was an extraordinary. It was really extraordinary. Anna was there. It was really cool. Anyway, so sorry. I hope that the burglars are caught and are forced to wear Daniel Wellington for the rest of their life from jail, of course. But all right, cool. Someone wants to know, can you pull off denim on denim? Can I pull off denim and denim? If I really tried, I'm sure I could pull it off. I think confidence is half of the game, right? So yeah, I'm sure I would give it a shot. But that's it. Okay, let's go into another thing that really I saw today on a blog to watch that made me really upset. Two companies that I have really expressed my high hopes for, two companies that I really want to see do well. They are in underdog positions, and I think that they have the opportunity to really be very like good companies. Companies that could steal market share because they have the makings to do so. These companies are Tiffany and Bulgari. These are not like favorites among the watch community, but I think that Tiffany has a rightful claim to a position of power in the watch world, probably, you know, because of their heritage with Patek Philippe and with Movado and with so many other brands. Tiffany has an opportunity, I think, to really kill it. They've done okay with their East and West. They've done okay with their CT60, I believe. Diving deeper in a different day. But they just released an all-black version, something I really don't like at all. I don't see how a blacked-out watch has anything or is you know, related in any way reasonably to Tiffany heritage. I have no problem with reinvention. I have no problem with innovation. This is irrelevant. I'm a big supporter of brands who, even in their great success and in their great heights, remember where they came from and only use that as a jumping off kind of point. Cartier, for example. Cartier, this is a brand that has reinvented themselves time and time again. They are really probably the perfect example of a company that have used their core values and used that as kind of the roots to, build an entire, seriously respected, watch company, at least in my mind. Their Cartier Tank Louis skeleton, like right now, which although kind of looks irrelevant from Cartier, it looks like it's got no relation to the classic, watch, is totally related. It's a precious case. It's that classic Tank Louis style, and it's a reimagination of their original kind of sleek design. It's not huge. It's not gaudy. It's not this bulky piece. It's a classic Cartier. With classic elements, just done in a very sleek, open-worked, but sleek way. It just makes sense to me. It just makes sense. Why do Datejust sell so quickly on Theo and Harris? Theo and Harris, we've kind of built a company, based off of value. Those are the watches that I like to look for. Watches that pack more punch than they kind of charge. So the Datejust being a prime example of that, it only makes sense that people would buy more Datejust from us than from other people. Beyond that, if you have worked with us before, the quality standards that we hold ourselves to, and it's just how it is. I mean, anytime we've had a problem with a Datejust, and problems do happen, we fixed it immediately. And if a second problem has arisen, which has only happened once ever, and I'm dealing with it right now, you deal with it again. You just fix the problem. We're not a small company anymore. It does more harm. I feel like when you're a young company and you don't really know what to do, you really start drawing the line. Is this worth? Is it my fault? Is it my responsibility to fix this? And although that's not like faulty thinking, it doesn't, I don't think, help in the long run. Now we look at it as, okay, customer has a problem. It's probably their fault. I'm going to fix it anyway, because fixing it now is going to guarantee me or multiply my odds of making this person a repeat customer tomorrow or in 2 years. That's how we look at it now. So although a year ago that kind of mentality would have broken the bank, now we look at it as the only way to operate. So that gets out. That people tell people and Datejust sell. So what do you think about watch subscription services? Last question before I sign off. It goes watch to watch. Ultimately, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with the idea of a service that you pay for and get a watch in return for, but ultimately, for $100 a month, the odds are you're not going to be getting a great value. People are going to say you're getting a great value, but really they're trying to take advantage of people who don't really know any better. They'd rather you have 15 mediocre watches than one really good watch, and I couldn't disagree more. I think you're better off, saving up the 15 months of $100, $1,500, buy a watch that your son or daughter can wear and gift to their son and daughter. It's just about quantity over quality, I think. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this Saturday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Have fun tonight, drink a little, have a little fun, and that's it. Speak on Monday.